10 books on marketing. There are numerous marketing books available. Year after year, more books are released in the marketplace. What, after all, makes a good marketing book? Although bestseller lists can assist you in making your decision, the impact of a book is not determined by its popularity. For your convenience, we've compiled a list of the top 10 marketing books. 10. Joe PULIZZI'S Epic Content Marketing. How to Tell a Different Story, Break the Clutter, and Win More Customers by Marketing Less. Joe PULIZZI, a content marketing expert, feels that overpromotion causes people to overlook the main message. Instead, the book asserts that there are ways to entertain and persuade customers to do things without informing them. Not providing too much content, but a campaign with only the necessary information and targeted to the receiver's interests is how you earn sales. So you don't require more content. Rather, you require the appropriate stuff. Get your hands on a copy of this book from the man who is widely regarded as the inventor of content marketing. 9. Martin Lindstrom's BUY.OLOGY. The Truth and Lies About Why We Buy and the New Science of Desire. The findings of one of the most groundbreaking studies on why individuals buy the goods they buy went online with 2,000 volunteers, $7 million, and 3 years. Many things we thought we knew about marketing have radically changed. For example, a health warning on cigarettes encourages people to smoke more. There's also a story concerning persons who use seductive apparel to advertise products, failing more often than those who dress professionally. The book includes fascinating insider accounts of people's reactions to well-known American brands' marketing initiatives. So, what exactly is an attention-getting commercial, a worthy slogan, or a social media flyer? Look into this book. It's entertaining and innovative, and it will make you reconsider all of your previous marketing strategies. 8. Managing and Measuring Social Media Efforts in Your Organization. Olivier Blanchard. This book will show you how to use your social media account to promote discipleship. The book focuses on social media strategy planning, execution, and ROI measurement. You may include social media into long-term marketing initiatives in a number of ways. Everything from program structure to garnering a following, measuring metrics, and listening before speaking is covered in this book. Olivier Blanchard has 25 years of manufacturing and distribution marketing experience, and he has now mastered new media marketing. You should get this book because there are just a few good ones regarding internet marketing. 7. EMMANUEL ROSEN'S The Anatomy of Buzz. How to Create Word-of-Mouth Marketing. The 320-page book by EMMANUEL Rosen dives into the power of good old word of mouth. He explains how to overcome skepticism and information overload in order to maximize sales and profitability. The concept of word of mouth is at the heart of culture. As a result, the buzz surrounding a new fashion trend, a blockbuster film, or a best-selling book is achieved. The book also discusses which products and services are best sold by word of mouth and which are not. Over 150 interviews with marketing experts and executives who have used buzz to turn businesses into household names provide inspiration for the book. At least 60% of young people rely their decisions on peer recommendations and web trends. To learn how to do so, read this book. 6. Chip and Dan Heath, Made to Stick. The book explores what makes a concept memorable and intriguing. Stories and case situations are used in the 2007 book, which are followed with sticky concepts. A chapter contains the situations, and the clinic has the concepts that are applied to the case scenario. Chip is a professor of organizational behavior at Stanford University, and Dan is a former Harvard University researcher who is now a textbook developer. The book by the Heath brothers was a New York Times and Wall Street Journal bestseller. 5. KHALID SALEH and AYAT SHUKAIRY. Conversion Optimization. The Art and Science of Converting Prospects to Customers. Visitors are frequently overburdened with too much data and information, which causes them to leave. You can either overwhelm or underwhelm your visitors. Thus, this guide will help you maximize your conversions. There is expertise regarding how to boost your buyer-to-visitor ratio by employing marketing principles, designs, and statistics on your website. This best-selling online marketing book will show you how to create a high-converting website that your visitors will enjoy visiting. The 272 pages will teach you how to convert double digits. Get your hands on a copy right now. 4. Harry Beckwith's Selling the Invisible. The message of this book is straightforward. It covers service marketing in depth. There are no jargons or Wall Street lingo in the book, and anyone can read and comprehend it. The book underlines the need of not marketing your service just on the basis of your knowledge. The prospective buyer may not be able to assess your expertise and determine whether or not to work with you. The most effective method is to sell them on a relationship. That is something that is quantifiable. As a result, while many brands aren't the best, their relationships with customers and customer experiences elevate them to the top. Because services can only be appraised after they have been rendered, you must first read this book in order to sell it. It's jam-packed with concepts. 3. Seth Godin's Permission Marketing. Permission marketing is a method of advertising goods and services to those who have provided their permission ahead of time. The interruption approach of marketing, in which advertisements interrupt TV programming or internet browsing, is disrupted by pop-up advertisements. According to the book, with today's overabundance of advertising, this strategy is less successful. Seth Godin, the author, noticed the pattern and realized that the most effective marketing efforts are those in which the client consents to receive the advertisement. Permission marketing, according to Godin, is anticipated, personal, and relevant. This method is still working 22 years later, and those who formerly despised Seth Godin for urging them to let the customer determine what they want to see are now all using it. I'll be more interested in a campaign that is tailored to my likes and interests. For a deeper understanding, read this classic. 2. The Influence of Psychology on Persuasion, Robert B. Cialdini. The book discusses using psychology to persuade clients to accept your offer. People tend to owe you something once you offer them something, which is one of the 6 weapons of influence. If you give someone free samples and they say it's good, they have no choice but to buy from you. The force of cognitive dissonance could be exploited to a marketer's advantage in terms of commitment and consistency. Even if the price changes, if you can persuade someone to verbally commit to something, they will want to buy it to keep consistent. People have a social predisposition to mimic the behaviors of others, which is known as social proof. People who want to be like them will want to buy your items if you can convince the proper people to believe in them. People will follow and listen to people they regard to be in positions of authority. People are exploited to perform improper things because they were asked to do so by a higher authority figure. People will buy a product if it is promoted by an authority. On liking, it is simple to persuade people to buy from you if you are likable. All viral sales begin with a well-known and liked personality. Finally, scarcity. Offers that are only available for a limited time is the most effective way to get people to buy right away. When you create a scarcity situation, demand rises automatically. Cialdini explores in depth with the teachings and experience of 35 years as a leading consultant in the field. This is a book that you should read. 1. RIES and Jack Trout, Positioning. For many reasons, RIES and Trout's book is the best marketing book. RIES is a chairman and consultant at RIES and is an industry specialist. Trout & Partners is also chaired by Jack Trout. When it comes to strategy and brand positioning, these two are the best. The 213-page book tackles the challenges of expressing your brand to an audience that is bombarded with marketing pitches every second. The book focuses on the concept of establishing a position in the mind of a potential client. It would be beneficial if you considered your brand's strengths and shortcomings, as well as the position of your competitors. The marketing gurus have a witty and fast-paced writing style. They show you how to create and promote your company as an industry leader. Customers will remember your name from the get-go if you do it this manner. The book also explains how you may be second best while still claiming all of the market share that the #1 brand has missed out on. We learn yet again not to build a new brand on the backs of our old brand's triumphs. Every new product should be promoted from the ground up. Finally, the book explains how to create a brand based on your competitors' flaws. The best marketing book available is the 13-chapter book. Tell us about your favorite marketing book and why you enjoy it so much.